All right. A prism. I'm going to give you the formulas for any prism. That would be in row 2 on your formula sheet here. The top row is only for a rectangular prism. That's one specific type of prism. I'm probably just going to use the formula for all prisms. Let's just do the general prism surface area and volume formulas. In general, a prism, its surface area is given by P times H. P represents the perimeter of the base. I should the net part first, right?
Me too.
P is the perimeter of the base times the height of the prism. This part tells you the total area of all the sides around the prism. Taking the perimeter times the height tells you the area of all the sides put together. I then add on 2 times capital B. B represents the area of the base. Why is it 2B? 2 bases. This part tells you the area of all the rectangles around the prism. This part tells you the area of both of the 2 bases. Add them up, there's your total surface area. The volume of a prism is the area of the base times the height. That formula would be right here. Area of the base, the height. A cylinder, like a soda can or a soup can. What shape is the base of a cylinder? Circle. A cylinder is a circular prism. Since it's a specific type of prism, it has its own set of surface area and volume formulas. The surface area of a cylinder is 2 pi times the radius of the circle times the height of the prism, plus 2 pi times r squared, right here. The volume of a cylinder is the area of the circle, the area of the base, pi r squared, times the height of the cylinder, h. We'll get more into those probably tomorrow after I try a couple of basic prisms with you here today. All right, let's dive in. Once again, what's the name of that type of shape? Rectangular prism. It's a rectangular prism because what shape is the base? A rectangle. Let's outline the base. A lot of the formulas for surface area and volume are in terms of a lot of different parts of the base. I need to know what the perimeter of the base is. I need to know what the area of the base is. So what is the base? Let's draw around it so I know where to look when I'm talking about what shape the base is. Surface area. P times H plus 2 times capital B. In order to use the formula, let's figure out what I have to plug in first. What is P? The perimeter of the base. What is H? The height of the rectangular prism. What is capital B? Capital B is the area of the base, not the length of the base, the area of the base. This is what trips most people up. B represents, capital B represents the area of the base. The base is a rectangle with sides of 8 and 12. I need to know the total perimeter. What are these 4 side lengths added all together? I only know 2 of them. What would the back have to be? Well, right, it's a rectangle. The left would be 8. So the perimeter of the base is 8 and 8, 12, 12, all added together. 24, 16, is that 40?
It's 40.
40. I'm doing this work first so I know what to plug into the formula. Wouldn't make sense to use the formula without knowing what to plug in first. H is the height of the prism. What's the height of the prism? 7. Top to bottom, rectangle, rectangle. Height of the prism is 7 centimeters. The area of the base. Go back to that same base I outlined in blue. How do you find the area of that 8 by 12 rectangle? How do I find the area of what I outlined in blue? Find the area of the rectangle. What do I multiply together? 8 times 12. 8 times 12. 96. Thank you. Surface area. P times H, so 40 times 7. That's the area of all four sides around the box added together. Now I add on two base areas, 2 times 96 for the other two sides. I suppose you need a calculator for the next part. 40 times 7 is 280. 2 times 96 is 192. I get 472 all added together. What's that again? 472? 472 in what units? Not quite. It's centimeters square. Centimeters square. Square units per area. 472 square centimeters. If I was to wrap the box, I would need 472 of these centimeter by centimeter squares. It's a square centimeter. So I could wrap the entire box by wrapping it in 472 of these 1 by 1 centimeter squares. Area is always squared units, square centimeters. All right, let's go to volume next. Put that up here. Volumes is the area of the base times the height. When I have all those ready, what's the area of the base? 96. What's the height of the prism? 7. Why is it area of the base times the height? I'm going to take the base area, 96 square centimeters, and stack it 7 centimeters tall. To fill up the prism, I need to take 96 square centimeters and stack it 7 centimeters tall. So the total volume would be 96 7 times. 672. I was just going to type that in my calculator. 672 what though? Cubic centimeters. Absolutely. What does a cubic centimeter look like? A cubic centimeter is a cube where all side lengths are 1 centimeter long. I can fill up that prism with 672 of those 1 by 1 by 1 centimeter cubes. That's why it's cubic units. I'm filling up the box with cubes. Area is square units because I'm covering the box in squares. Volume is always cube units. Areas is always square units. How about we do one more of these? What's different about the next prism? It's a triangular prism. The top and bottom are 2 right triangles. Let's outline a base shape, like I did to the rectangle, on the first prism. A lot of the parts of the formula for all these different figures reference certain things about the base. What's the perimeter of the base? What's the area of the base? So we need to know where the base is at and what shape it is. It's a right triangle. Use the same formulas. Surface area, P times H plus 2 times capital B. There's 2 bases on top and bottom. Add on for the total surface area. So we're going to find the total perimeter first. Add all 3 side lengths up. How long does it have to be? What problem did I run into there? Okay, so I heard the problem, then I heard the solution from Aiden. What's the problem? Let's first talk about that.
No.
I don't know what the missing length in the back is. So how can I find it? I agree, isn't it a right triangle? Find the missing side length using a right triangle Pythagorean theorem. I redraw that triangular base. It looks something like this. 9, 12, this missing side. 9 squared and 12 squared equals c squared to find this missing rear length. 9 times 9? 12 times 12. 144 plus 81, 2 1/4. 225 equals the length of the hypotenuse squared. Or all my roots. 15. They don't necessarily have to give you everything right away. Sometimes there's some missing lengths within these prisms that you can find using special right triangles of Pythagoreans or whatever you have to have. Now let's plug in everything we need here. The perimeter of the base, all 3 sides, add it together. 9, 12, 15. That's 27 here, 9 more to total up to 36. The height of the prism, triangle to triangle. 230. With this length here on the right. What does capital B stand for? This always trips people up. Area of the base. Area of the base. This is a triangle. How do you find the area of a triangle? If you don't know, I suppose I give you a formula sheet. Half base height. I want to know what's the area of the 2 triangular sides on top and bottom, so I can add them onto the surface area for my total value. Since it's a triangle, to find the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 base times height. Well, I got a triangle. 9 and 12 are the length of the base and the height. 9 times 12 divided by 2. Half of 12 is 6. 9 and 6 multiplied to make 54. Each of the 2 triangles on top and bottom have an area of 54. I had a couple of juniors in my stats class took the ACT last month, and there was a lot of volume surface area. These questions come up quite a bit. Surface area would be P times H, 36 and 25 multiplied together, plus 2 times 54. This is the area of all 3 rectangles around the prism. This is the area of each of the 2 triangles on top and bottom. Add it together for the total surface area. At 1,008.
Yeah.
1,008 what?
Centimeters.
Square centimeters.
Square.
One down, one to go. I can cover it with 1,008 square centimeters. How much can I fill it with? What's the volume?
1,000.
Volume is capital B times H. I know those already. Area of the base is 54. I'm going to stack that base area 25 centimeters high. So to fill it, takes 54 square centimeters 25 centimeter times. 54, 25 times. 54 times 25.
1,350.
I think it's 1,300. 54 times 25? I got 1,350.
7 meters.
350 cubits.